my business, and one of them is connecting with people and following up. I love that. That's one of my favorite ones, but I have some other ones that are, very important. So I keep those scheduled, and on Sundays, I take time to map out. I make a mental map on a physical, looks like kind of like a spreadsheet, and then I put it on my phone to alert me on those things. So every 7 days, I create a full list, and of course, I've got things planned out a month ahead or 2 months or whatever, but really just to not get overwhelmed, just really do like on Sunday nights, really just schedule everything for every 7 days and look it over every night, and get excited about your goals, even if they're just real simple. And it's the simple things anyway that move us forward, these simple little steps. Number 5, distraction that costs us a lot in our life: our time, our inner freedom, our willpower, our faith, and our clarity on moving forward is number 5. It is the news, negative information. I was talking to Bill Hitz about this today. He was giving me his feedback and what he thought, and I was discussing what I thought. So number 5 is stop watching the negative news, or cut back at least the news, CNN, Fox News, negative information, just pointless information, meaningless conversations of gossip and small petty talks with people about things about other people, and just stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, that you have no idea how powerful our language and our conversations and our words are. I was listening to a podcast the other day and reading something. It's, if you really want to create that mindset that keeps you focused, you've got to have the language of a leader. And if you have the vocabulary of a victim, you're not going to get really that far. You're going to feel distracted. You're going to have an unhealthy mindset. So eliminate all that and declutter that negative information. Declutter the negative conversations with people that want to just dump all their drama on you. And that includes yourself. Stop complaining to yourself, the negative self-talk. And it really is important what we put in our minds. And so just participate in conversations and talk about things that matter, that inspire you. I'm not saying avoid tough conversations that we need to have sometimes when we have to confront challenges with people or ourselves, or just anything that we have to face. So just have conversations and put information in your mind that matters. Number 6 is this can be a challenging one when it comes to people that we care about. Number six distraction that really can cost us our success, our freedom, our faith, our clarity, our discipline, and our willpower and our focus is hanging out with negative people. Don't hang out with negative people. It's so destructive to your success and your focus. And when it comes staying committed to those dreams and that vision and your mission, you have to give yourself this amazing power in your mindset, and you can't hang out with negative people because it will affect you. What goes in your mindset will give you in your life. It will give you that back, and I assure you. I've been around some negative people that just want to talk about negative things all the time and dwell in their stories, and it just doesn't get any of us anywhere. I'm not saying they're bad people. Some of this is unconscious for them, and it's habitual. However, we all have to take responsibility for our own selves. So, number 6, hang out. Stop hanging out with negative people. Hang out with fun, creative, positive, successful people. Hang out with people who take responsibility for their life in all areas, like people who encourage you, people who dwell in positivity and optimism and opportunity, and who have healthy habits, people who are who show you love and respect and honesty and integrity that will really help make a difference in your life. I mean, it has people's attitudes that you hang around with. If it's a negative attitude and they're complaining all the time, that is really makes a big difference on your psychological well-being, and that includes yourself. So it's just not productive and healthy for our focus and for our power to be hanging around a bunch of negative people. So just be mindful of your associations. Number 7, distraction is that costs us our freedom and our focus and our time and our willpower and our discipline is staying in our comfort zone, is staying where we're just comfortable, and just that habitual nature of us that just wants to stay in safety day in and day out. So get comfortable. I love this, and I'm getting really comfortable with this, and I love it. Like, I'm very drawn to being comfortable with being uncomfortable. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable and try new experiences. It does not always have to be when I say get comfortable with being uncomfortable, it doesn't mean you have to have this you have to experience this big, immense amount of fear or anxiety or stress. However, it's perfectly okay to feel some discomfort as you're broadening and expanding your consciousness. It's simply not healthy for our focus and our brain to be on a hamster wheel all the time. You got to doing something over and over and over and over, and in our comfort zone, and just staying stuck will not open you to new things and a new mindset. Where the faith and the clarity and the focus is, it's not in your comfort zone. It's just not going to be there. You're not going to experience high levels of consciousness and expansion and in your comfort zone. So please know that there is a beautiful growth and peace and clarity when you do these things that are uncomfortable and scary. And on your way to greatness, it's just going to be uncomfortable and scary sometimes, and it's okay. It's not going to be horrible, but there's this feeling and this thing you're going to accomplish once you do something hard that was hard for you to do. You actually really feel amazing. And it just gives you that feeling of wanting to keep accomplishing something worthwhile and meaningful. The growing pains of breaking through will make you feel pretty amazing and proud, and really deepen your faith and your beliefs. So that's number 7. Number 8, distraction that really I think that costs people their faith and their freedom and their focus and their discipline, their willpower, and just clarity and moving forward is learning. You must stop telling yourself that lie that you know it all. Let go of the arrogance. That's a big distraction right there, is arrogance. And it's not very attractive either, just to let you know. So the big distraction to freedom and clarity and better health and focus and faith, and just strive and make a commitment to continually learn new things. It's not going to move you forward if you don't make an effort to learn. And plus, it's positive, creative, inspiring information, and plugging into positive and creative, inspiring information is so good for your brain. It lights it up like a light bulb. It releases all these chemicals and like dopamine and feel-good hormones, and it creates new neural pathways. And one of the best investments, Anthony Robbins gave Bill Gates a interview, and Bill Gates said, Warren Buffett. It was Warren Buffett, I think, that he interviewed. think it was Warren Buffett, yeah. If I'm wrong, I'll make sure I correct this, but it was on that book that Anthony Robbins wrote about money, but he asked Warren Buffett what was like one of what's one of the best investments of our money, and he said personal development. Okay, and so that's Warren Buffett, and so I have been doing personal development for quite some time, and about 95% of the people that are in my life do personal development as well. So number 9, distraction that holds people back and really interferes with their focus and their faith and their freedom and their willpower to move forward and that clarity is letting your past dictate and control everything, like it's your filter. So letting your past and your letting your past control and dictate your future and that filter of the past. I mean, we all know we can't change the past. That's just not going to happen. So, and I know that most people are unconscious of this, but to work on it, and there's no greater power and no greater peace than taking that lesson from the past and being in the present moment with it. So whatever you're dealing with, you're holding on in the past instead of living there, that's a reference point for you to bring that into the bring into the present moment and find your power, find the lesson. Let the lesson of the past that's distracting you make you wiser and stronger and smarter. That's why they're there. I mean, I hate to disappoint some of you guys, but you're going to have to let go of these distractions of the past. I mean, I had to overcome a lot, and still occasionally something might pop up, but I know what to do for it. I know how to overcome it. So they're there to make you wiser and stronger, like I said, and smarter, and the past, I cannot tell you enough, is a place of reference. And what's really amazing and inspiring and empowering is when you have that aha moment and that light bulb moment of what the lesson from that experience taught you. I've had many of those lately, and I have just been so thanking God for that, because it feels so good to overcome and really take all my lessons and all the things that I've had to personally go through and turn them into lessons and empowerment and wisdom and strength. So number 10, the very last one, 10 is one of my favorite numbers, is overanalyzing. That is a distraction, and that will cost us so much. It's cost me a lot in the past, and I still overanalyze occasionally, but I catch myself, and I am determined to always overcome that. But number 10 is overanalyzing. It's a pretty destructive distraction, to be honest with you, that costs us our faith, our focus, our health, our success, our discipline, our freedom, our willpower and clarity to move forward. It can keep us so stuck. So, getting distracted and lost in just like petty details, this really robs us of our vision and our goals. And I've experienced this myself in the past. And really just stay in what I would encourage you to do is stay in your big picture mindset. I'm madly in love with having a big picture mindset. It's something for me that's really important in this lifetime while I'm here, because we only get one life, is having a big picture mindset and being having a mindset that's very inspiring and determined, and it's a fun place to be. That big picture mindset, it's a very inspiring and determined, fun place to be mentally and spiritually and emotionally, and it's really a healthy place for your brain to be. So keep going over, to create to overcome this overanalyzing and this number 10 distraction that can cost you a lot, is to keep going over daily is your vision and your mission and your goals, and keep your mind on the big picture of things. Don't get caught up in all the details and get overwhelmed. And I promise, once you keep practicing this and overcoming this, Oh my goodness. Beautiful things will start happening. And I am proof because I had to overcome a lot.